Hello and welcome to Gadget Inspectors Express, where we bring you the hottest technology news and latest gadgets in a handy bite-sized chunk. Now, you wait forever for a decent smartphone to come along, and then two come along at once in the same week. Friday marks the launch of not only Apple's new iPhone, the 3GS, but also Nokia's latest flagship device, the N97, and that is what we are taking a look at today,
Absolutely.
Harry.
It's a really quite nice machine. It's got this very noticeable flip-out keyboard, which I think is it's a full QWERTY keyboard with a flip of the button you've got, which is the thing that really marks it out as a different machine than, say, the iPhone. Now, some of the buttons are in a very odd place, particularly this space bar to the side. Most keyboards will obviously be along at the bottom, and the pretzel, the @ sign, you need to shift and press it, which is an annoying place, but you get used to it after a while. I really like that aspect.
I really hate that. I think it's a touchscreen phone with a slide-out keyboard, so fundamentally it's saying our touchscreen might not be good enough, which I just think is a cop-out. Secondly, the keys are too flush to the keyboard. Unlike the Sony Xperia X1, which had slightly beveled keys, which allowed your fingers to run across it better, you're just typing in the dark with this.
It's not as easy to type on that as it is on a BlackBerry.
Yeah.
But I like having
I
like having proper buttons to press when I'm texting.
But if they don't work, then what is the point?
Okay, fine. It also has a very nice camera. Okay, it is not nearly as good a camera as a proper SLR camera, clearly, but it's 5 megapixels. It's got a Carl Zeiss
That's
lens.
crucial, because lens quality is much more important than megapixels, and the lens quality on this is excellent.
And it's very easy to use. You literally just flip open the lens cover and boom, you're in action.
Yep.
It is a bit unresponsive. That's frustrating. It's got a really good zoom, but I'm zooming in to take a photo of you, and it's struggling to focus in time.
Yeah, I think response rate generally with this handset's a bit of a problem. Opening and closing applications, there's a little bit of a lag or a delay there. Sometimes you press a button and you're not sure, even though it's got haptic feedback, so it gives you a little vibration when you've touched it. You know you've touched it, but nothing's happening. I just find that a bit frustrating.
Yeah, I do think a lot of the software and the speed of the software for it to load up and load down is very annoying. Though it has got one nice aspect, which is this home page.
Yeah, the live widgets. Fantastic idea, because when you get your phone out of the pocket, what's the first thing you want to know? What's the time? Have you got a text message? Do you have any emails? What's the weather, or what's the latest football scores or something? And this is basically what this home page is designed for. It's a selection of live widgets that you can customise, make it your own, and so you're able to get sort of instant alerts to whatever you've got.
I think a lot of thought has gone into this, and indeed a lot of thought has gone into the placing of the buttons in general on this phone. There's a really good menu button here. Wherever you are, you can just go straight back to the menu. And I'm so surprised the amount of phones that just don't have that. It's a 2-push process rather than a 1-push process. But this is the problem. I think, as a handset, it's a great handset. It's just some of the stuff internally, the processor speed and stuff just isn't good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I slightly disagree with you. I think it's a bit of a bulky handset. I think it's harks back. This is Nokia's flagship device, don't forget. I wanted them to come up with something really cutting edge, really sexy, a kind of their version of the iPhone, essentially, however they wanted to interpret that. And kind of what we've got is another slidey candy bar phone. Not that excited by it.
Well, I like candy bar. That's one of my favourite sweets. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go about the same as you, Harry. I think I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 as well, because I think there's lots of good things to recommend it, but design-wise, software lets it down a bit, but I love that live widget home screen. That gets a big thumbs up from me.